Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here with another electrifying video. Today, we're diving into a team that blends unstoppable offense with near impenetrable defense, a lineup so packed with synergy that it can tear through enemy lines while keeping its main damage dealer alive against the toughest threats. From vampirism bonds and critical damage bursts to shields that can save a hero from certain death, this is one of those compositions you'll want to see in action, and maybe even build for yourself. Let's break it down. Today, I want to share with you a fascinating team composition in Hero Wars that's been on my radar lately. This setup features Lyria with Oliver, Keira with Vex, Sebastian with Albus, Aiden with Merlin, and Fafnir with Mara, all led by the team pet Axel. In this same lineup, you could also use Lara Croft instead of Keira, but since most players don't have Lara yet, we'll focus on Keira for this breakdown. Supporting them is the War Flag of Swift Warriors, which reduces the cooldown of all warrior abilities by 5%. For my build, I've chosen patterns that increase both physical attack and armor penetration, giving the team an even sharper offensive edge. This lineup works well against a variety of enemy teams because it's full of interconnected synergies. Let's start with the partnership between Lyria and Keira. Lyria's second skill, Bonds of Alliance, links her to Keira, granting both of them vampirism. That means every time Keira deals damage, both heroes heal, a constant stream of sustain during battle. On top of that, Lyria's first artifact, the Kopesh of the Speaker with the Dead, gives the entire team 50,000 armor penetration. This is huge for Keira, because as a physical attacker, armor penetration is key to her damage output. And then there's her fourth skill, Piercing Pain, a passive that triggers when the enemy's armor is lower than Keira's armor penetration. When it activates, her basic attacks deal an extra 17,600 damage. Thanks to Lyria's artifact boost, Keira gets this bonus damage consistently, making her a far bigger threat. Bonds of Alliance also gives undead allies, like Keira, extra physical attack and 20% vampirism, further amplifying her offensive power. The next important synergy comes from Aiden's connection with Lyria. His skill, Bonds of Flame, links him to the farthest ally, in this case Lyria, creating a shared health pool. Any damage or healing received is split between them, which greatly improves their survivability. On top of that, both heroes get a 10% armor and magic defense bonus, making them harder to bring down. Sebastian adds another layer of offensive power to this team. His artifact, the Old Loot, boosts the team's critical hit chance. Then his skill, Battle Song, pushes it even further, by a massive 134%, giving allies a much higher chance to land double damage hits. But that's not all. With his striking solo skill, any critical hit also deals extra pure damage equal to 134% of the critical hit's damage. For example, if Keira lands a 100,000 crit, she'll deal an extra 134,000 pure damage. That's a massive damage multiplier, and it applies across multiple team members. Fafnir provides both defense and offense. He can shield an ally and enchant their weapon, increasing their physical attack damage by 33,300 for 8 seconds, and Keira is the perfect beneficiary. When the elite hero stuns an enemy, Fafnir's knowledge of Love Seal adds 5,200 armor penetration. This effect can stack up to 5 times, for a total of 26,000 extra armor penetration. Again, this works perfectly with Keira's Piercing Pain passive, pushing her extra damage even higher. Another reason Keira is so hard to take down in this lineup is because of Fafnir's runic shield. Since Fafnir prioritizes heroes with agility as their main stat when choosing who to protect, Keira is often the one receiving this shield. Every time Fafnir lands a basic attack, he forges the runic shield for her, increasing its durability by 23,828 plus additional scaling from physical attack. This can stack all the way up to a massive 242,733 durability, making it an incredibly strong layer of protection. The shield automatically activates if Keira's health drops below 25%, absorbing all incoming damage while it's active. On top of that, it has a one-time life-saving effect, protecting her from lethal damage once per battle. This means that even if an enemy lands a potentially killing blow, the shield can prevent it entirely. When you combine this with Axel's team-wide damage distribution, the shared health from Aiden and Lyria's bond, and the constant healing from vampirism, Keira becomes one of the hardest targets to finish off. She not only stays alive longer, but this extended survivability gives her more time to unleash her full damage potential, making the team even deadlier. Now let's talk pets. Axel is the main choice here, distributing incoming damage across the team and speeding up their energy gain. Chorus can also be used depending on the enemy lineup. And then there's Vex's synergy with Keira. His patronage skill, Deep Wounds, adds a stacking debuff to enemies hit by Keira's physical attacks. Each stack increases all incoming physical damage to that target by 5,000, stacking up to 5 times for a total of 25,000 extra damage over 8 seconds. Without an enemy Sebastian to cleanse this debuff, the damage boost can be devastating. When you put it all together, this team has constant healing from vampirism, shared durability from bonded health, critical hit and pure damage amplification from Sebastian, stacking armor penetration from Lyria and Fafnir, and massive sustained physical damage from Keira. It's a well-balanced mix of survivability and relentless offense, a setup capable of breaking through many different defenses. And that wraps up our deep dive into this powerful Lyria Keira Sebastian Aiden Fafnir composition. We've seen how each hero brings unique strengths, from Lyria's armor penetration boost and vampirism link, to Aiden's shared health bond, Sebastian's massive critical and pure damage amplification, and Fafnir's game-saving runic shield. All of this is tied together by pet synergy and armor penetration stacking, creating a lineup that's not just hard to kill, but one that can punch through almost any defense. I'd love to hear what you think. Would you run this team as it is, swap in Lara Croft for Keira, or maybe tweak the pet setup? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next strategy video. Remember, in Hero Wars, knowledge is your greatest weapon, so keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep pushing your teams to their full potential. Salute and friendship.